Parabolas, vertex form coefficients. Which equation best matches the graph shown below? As we see from this graph, we know that we have a negative parabola, so I should definitely have a negative sign in my equation. And since we're talking about vertex form, we want to have x minus h squared plus k. Remember, our vertex is h comma k. In this particular problem, our vertex is going to be 4 comma negative 5. That's the x coordinate and then the y coordinate of the vertex. So now I'm going to replace all of my values in for my variables. So I should have y equals negative. The only number that stays the same, or the only variable that stays the same, is the x. I'm going to replace h with 4 and replace k with negative 5. And there you go. There's our equation. Negative quantity x minus 4 squared minus 5. That's going to be this first one here. Okay. Next problem. Which equation best matches the graph shown below? We see it's an upwards parabola, so we should not have a negative sign on the outside. So we should have y. Let's actually first go ahead and determine our vertex. H comma k. It looks like it's going to be 3 comma negative 5. Okay, so I have y equals x minus 3 squared minus 5. Remember, this value switches sign. This value stays the same sign. X minus 3 squared minus 5. All of these have a 0.4 in front. That leading coefficient does not change the vertex. It just changes how wide or how narrow the parabola is. So let's look for one where we have a negative 3 on the inside and a negative 5 on the outside. Could be one of these two, but we need our leading coefficient to be positive because it's an upwards parabola. So we'll go with this first choice here. Okay, we have a downwards parabola, so we need a negative sign in front. It's going to be one of these two on the left. Let's identify our vertex. We have h comma k, and that's going to be, looks like, negative 2 and positive 5. That is a bad 5. So our form is y equals, we can have some number a times x minus h. So that's going to be minus negative 2, which turns into plus 2 squared plus 5. So I can have any number in front. They don't have any number in front, so we'll call that a 1. But remember that it's going downwards, so we need to have a negative. Negative x plus 2 squared plus 5. And it looks like it's going to be the bottom left answer. We have an upwards parabola. Our vertex h comma k looks like it's going to be 4 comma negative 4. So I'm going to have x minus 4 squared plus 4. I don't have a negative sign in front because it's an upwards parabola, and I can have any number in front. They have a 5, so we'll have a 5 there. Oh, here's a mistake I made. This plus sign should be a negative sign because of this negative. That stays the same. 5 times x minus 4 squared minus 4. So they should both be negative, and a positive 5, not a negative 5. Last problem, we have a downwards parabola. So our hk is going to be at the top. Looks like it's going to be 5 comma 1. We're going to have a negative sign out front. X minus 5 squared plus 1. They have a 0.4 in front. So I need negative 0.4. I need a -5 and a +1. Looks like that one. And that is it.